Hello everyone, I'm Dragolb and welcome back to Minecraft StoneBlock. When last left off, we were doing everything. We made beautification parts, we were messing with the chickens. Got a little update with the chickens though. Since all we needed really was time, I basically, when it comes to the chickens, and if we're going to make any more chickens, what I'll do is I'll just say, okay, yeah, we've added these chickens to the roster. Rather than sit there and try to do that during the video, because it just seems like it takes forever when you first start out with the chickens. And yeah, yeah. So we did get some root, cactus green chickens that is producing cactus green for us. I did add a drawer over there for it, but we've got some new additions. We've got the redstone chickens up and going now. We've got the iron chickens, gold chickens, coal chickens. We have diamond chickens and emerald chickens. Now, as far as the chickens are concerned, I know because everybody said they wanted me to do 50-50. I just wanted to get the main resources out of the way. Iron being one of the main prevalent ones because we use a lot of iron. And gold, although the gold chickens don't produce that much, instead of doing ingots like the iron chicken does, it actually produces nuggets. So this one, I probably will add another row, probably take out these coal chickens and move them down one, or move them over here, to add another row of gold chickens, just because, I mean, yeah, a lot of the nuggets take place, can be used for a lot of things. But what I did do is I went ahead and flushed out this wall over here with, compacting drawers. As you can see, I've got a drawer now for lead, nickel, this is tin, aluminium, and copper. So copper, aluminium, tin, and nickel, and lead will probably be, plants. Just, we don't really need that much right now, so we're not going to worry about the plants, but when it comes time, we will use, mystical agriculture to take care. We are still getting these in stock, so it's kind of like, we don't really need it, but to beef it up, I will do it anyway, just to get some resources. So basically, I've got emeralds, diamonds, gold, and all this. Because we are getting nuggets, I wanted to, have the compacting drawer to automatically convert it to, the bars and potentially blocks if we need it. Let's see, what else did I add in here? I added a bunch of other stuff on this wall. Eggs, and just a few other things. We did put the cactus screen there. But today, what I want to work on is I want to get myself a Reborn storage system that can help us autocraft, because as you can see, this wall is rapidly filling up with just basic crafters, and I can only have 8 patterns at a time. So I was off camera, basically just mapping out exactly what we might need as far as this is concerned. I already ran the cable to it because that's all we need to do for it. Another thing that I did, just to update you, I did go ahead and update this guy to a gargantuan. It's no longer a basic, but it is now gargantuan, and it is full. As these guys over here, and this is the power generation room. I did go ahead and add another row, another set, if you will, of magmatic dynamos. I will be updating these guys later as soon as we're able to make what is it, the kits, which we now have hardened and reinforced up to date. But when it comes to signalum is just is going to take a little bit more. Let's see, how do we make signalum? We can make signalum with copper, silver, and redstone. That's not too bad. But the one thing that I really need the most of and to have set up is the cryothium dust, which we need to set up something to get snowballs and blizz powder. So that's one thing that we're gonna have to use cryothium dust to get blizz powder. So it's gonna be a little situation there, because we don't have the means of getting blizz. As long, I don't think, can we get blizz? We can get a blizz chicken, blizz rod chicken. We can get a blizz rod crop as well from mythical agriculture. I may do that, but we need to get a blizz rod to begin with. But blitz rod and snowball chicken. How do you make basalt rod and sulfur chicken? We could potentially do that. Blitz rod. But we'll take a look at that when the time comes, because we do need to get some snowballs. I'll probably get like an accumulus actuator or something like that. But regardless, what we're going to do today is we're going to set this guy up. I did do a little bit of research on how to set this guy up, and I think for our standards, for now, a 5x5 setup would be potential, and that's what I've mapped out here. Got all this frame, all of these blocks on the outside need to be frames. So let's get into it. Let's start auto-crafting it. I think we should be okay. I did add a crafting grid down here. That's one thing. But let's go upstairs and let us start getting everything taken care of. So let's start off with at Flux, or is it not Flux Reborn? It is Reborn Storage. So we're going to have to teach the system how to make crafting frames, which doesn't look too difficult. So let's teach this how to do that. We are also going to need some heat conductors, which I probably need to teach the system how to make these. Whoops. Teach the system how to make those. Put that off to the side. We're going to need some crafting CPUs. We're going to need some crafting storage, which I'm going to have to teach the system how to make these guys. Probably should have put that in ore dictionary, but since we are dealing in oak wood planks, it shouldn't be that big a deal. And we don't really need the I/O port because we're not going to be dealing with computer craft unless it is requested. So we really don't need that because the computer could interface with this and all that good stuff. So let's put this stuff in here. Hopefully we have enough room for it. We'll put that. Whoop, that's not the right area. Yeah, we're going to have to put this in here. Whoops. That in there. How to make chest. Yeah, just put all of this in here. As you can see, we have, just with these recipes alone, have filled up a good chunk. We only have like maybe 4 or 5 and splotches here and there. But once we get this thing set up, and if I did my calculations correctly, we should have over 9,000 plus spots to put. And just to put that in general layman's terms, if we... to get that many slots with just crafters, we'd have to build like a wall of 64 by 64. So, or not 64 by 60, it'd be like 16 by 16. It'd be like a giant wall of just crafters. So this is going to really up our manufacturing thing. Not to mention with the CPU, the crafting CPUs we're going to put in there. I'm going to put more crafting CPUs than I will crafting storages. So that way we actually can craft faster. The more crafting CPUs you put in your system, yes, there are diminishing returns on it, but all in all, it will call for, it'd be a lot more speedy. So this right here is where I started mapping out what I wanted my crafter storages. So let's look at Reborn. We're gonna need 36 of these, I think. Actually, it's 9 per wall. I think it's 9 per wall. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 per wall. So 99 is 18. 18 and 18 is 36. So let's grab the heat guys. If I can type. The 36 of these guys, please, if you don't mind. We should have everything available. And it is. Crafting storages. We'll worry. I'm going to make those first. So I do need, because I was counting this out, I need 1 row of 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9 plus 4 is what? 13? No. Yeah, 13. Reborn. Doing math on the top of your head. Not really good. So 13 of these. We're missing 1 cage storage parts. Okay, so we'll have to teach the system how to do that. Speaking of, I may need to go ahead and, because this is our main base down here, and I usually work a lot down here because I'm going to be expanding this area. I've already started 1 room expansion for other buildings and other, not other buildings, but other things to be auto-crafted. I need to fill this room out, but I don't know what I'm going to put here just yet. But I did open it up just in case we did need it. Okay, so we need to learn how to teach it to, oh, I gotta go upstairs. But I may put like a pattern thing down here. I don't know. May just ease of use. I don't know. Anyway, at Reborn. So we need to teach you how to do, is it these guys? So I need to teach you how to make the 1K storage parts. It shouldn't be that much. It's just glass, silicone. Actually, I will need to do or dictionary because these guys are a little finicky when it comes to that. So I should be able to just plop it there. So now at Reborn, we should be able to make 13 of these. Those are the crafting storages. Yes, 13. Should know everything. Yes, you do. We've got our heat conductors. These things are vital. They have to go on the outside. If not, then it doesn't work all too well. We do need to get some crafting frames. I'll just grab 30 of them for now. If I need more, I'll craft them as we go. So now that we've actually got that set up, we need to figure out how many crafting CPUs we're going to need. So I'll just let that craft while we're coming down here to count. So if I have 13 in the inside, so if 13 is here, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 9, so 14. So yeah, we'll have more crafting CPUs than we will pattern storages. So you just filled it up. It doesn't necessarily need to be filled up, but I'm going to fill it up because because you don't want mobs spawning inside of it. So we should be able to make 14 of these. Yes. We've got our crafting frame or crafter frame, so I'm going to start taking off these guys here and slowly replacing them with the crafting CPUs. There is a little gadget that I could probably use. Let's see, at gadget. This should have a asynchronous. Yes. We could use not the building gadget, the exchanging gadget, which is really simple. I did put a crafting terminal down here, so we should be able to get that exchanging gadget pretty quickly. And yeah. So what we can do is we can, I think it's shift right click, invalid block. Oh, okay, it is an invalid block, so I guess that was all for naught. Never mind. We'll just slowly work our way around. So we did 30 at the beginning. Let's get one side going. And the smallest thing, the smallest way, or if you don't want something this big, the smallest is, I think it's 3 by 4, so 3 across by 4 tall, and you can put whatever you want inside, crafting CPUs, things of that nature. You still would need to put the heat conductors on the side. So that's just the smallest potential you can make it. So if you don't need something this big, you can make it smaller, or you can go up to a size like the highest and the biggest you can make is a 16 by 16. So that gets like ridiculously big. I mean, it's super big if you wanted to build it that way, but we're not going to build that big. If we do find ourselves needing stuff to get that big, then I can upgrade it. We can always upgrade this system. Once you build it, you can always upgrade it, adding more blocks to it, things of that nature. Just have to extend the frame out because the frame has to go around it. So we already exhausted our 30 there. So what we'll do is we'll grab another 20. I don't think we'll need that many, but if we have extra, it's okay. We've got tons and tons of resources to spare. It's not like we're not getting infinite resources from chickens, which I love those things. I love chickens. Alright, so we should be able to have enough there. So at Reborn, we've got our 14 crafting CPUs, our 13 crafting storages, and our 20 more crafting frames. Alright, so let's dig out the bottom here, because I need to put these vents down here, like so. And we'll put our crafting frame. Let's build this like so. There we go. So now let's start taking off these torches, putting the heat guys here, heat conductors. Ooh, I'm gonna have to build 9 more. I miscounted. Actually, I need to build 18 more, because I forgot about the top. So 18, please. I appreciate you. Let's fill in the top. Like so. You should be done quickly. Yeah. There's at least 9. And just a few seconds. And we have our 18. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Single block. There we go. Now, this may all look complicated and all. I mean, in reality, it's not that bad. So we'll start by putting our crafting CPUs in here. We'll have one wall plus this. And then we'll have our CPU crafting storage like that. Then all we need to do is block this in. There we go. So now that we've got all this taken care of, we can actually start moving all of our things. Now that it is connected, yes, it is connected. We can actually start taking these patterns. Let me put this there, put that there. We can start taking all of these patterns and putting them in here. Take all of these. Now, if you wish, you can actually have multiple of these. If you want to build like multiple small ones, it works just as well. There's you know, so much involved with that. So you really don't have, you just, like, the sky's the limit. So I will put these in here just in case we decide we want to upgrade it later. But as you can see on page 1, it is huge page, and we have 13 of these pages. So that's why I put, you know, 13 of that in there. And with the fact that we have, like, you know, crafting CPUs in there, it's just going to be like it's going to zip through stuff. Make sure, yeah, put those crafters in there. Just because we are changing away from these crafters and putting it in this guy, we still will need the crafting these crafter guys for machines like this. Speaking of this, I had a comment saying that they were going to steal my idea on how to make clay. Well, I've improved upon it. So if you're out there listening, I'll go into this just a second, and I'll show you all how I got that set up more efficiently. Let's throw this in here. Like that. Grab all these. Grab all these. There we go. We can break these cables now. We need to connect these cables up here. Make sure that works. There we go. Now I can just fill all of this in, because this is not needed space anymore. I mean, we could fill that up with something, you know, in the future, but for now, there's nothing really that needs to go on there. Look at that. All those crafters, what we used, 9 crafters, fit on one page, and we still have room. And then we've still got a whole nother page to go. Okay, so now that I've got that done, make sure spamming shift to make sure there's no more patterns in my inventory. Okay, so basically the way we had it before is we had this mechanical user sucking in the clay and putting it in the chest. Well, now I have the transfer node over the oak crucible going into a interface, and this crafter here has an output for you put dust in here, you get clay back. And basically I put this interface here to gather all that. So the water, same, everything else is the same, except that I put the transfer node over the oak crucible and having it go straight into an interface, so that way it registers that the crafting is complete. And then with this guy here, it will put dust in here. Actually, I can test this out and show you. So let's say clay. I know I've got tons of it. We can do Control Shift, click, say 64. We'll come over here As you can see, 64 dust will be populated into this, and as it's going, it's hard to see because the transfer node's on top, but you can see how the Wayla tooltip at the top is fluctuating. It's saying, you know, it's getting filled up, and then all of the clay is going inside here. How cool is that? And it's all automated. It's all automated. So I'm starting to get around to automating everything, which is just fantastic, fantastic. So we can put all this stuff away. These crafters we can use later in other applications with other machines because we will be needing them in the future. Let's see, what else did I want to do today? Probably start up with trying to get the different, or going for the better upgrades, because that was the next thing that was on my list. So in order for us to go with the better upgrade kit, like I was saying at the beginning, we're going to have to teach the system how to make signalum. We already know how to make electrum. Electrum is pretty simple. We've got it in the induction smelter. It is just silver and gold. Makes 2 electrum. Easy peasy. So we need to teach the system how to make cryothium dust and electrum gears. So let's head back up top. Whoops, wrong way. So now you see the multi-block crafter. It's got pages for days. And the cool part about this, though, is that you can actually, from your inventory, shift-click patterns into the thing. So say if we wanted to say, let's see, kits. So our next kit, our next upgrade kit would be this guy. So I want to teach you how to make a signalum gear, or electrum gear. And we can come in here and say, boop. I just shift-clicked, and it went in there. So that's awesome. So let me double-check to make sure I don't have electrum gears already. I do. So we don't really need an electrum gear. What we'll do is we'll clear this one. There we go. We'll put that back in there. So we need to make cryothium dust. So to make cryothium, we need blizz powder, redstone, and snowballs. To get snowballs, we are going to need a glacial precipitator, which shouldn't be bad because all you do is put water in it. Water can be infinite, and so that way we can just get snowballs. To make a glacial precipitator, we just need... Wow, we have everything? Really? So glacial precipitator, do we have everything? No, we need to make this, and we need to make this. We only should need one of these guys, so it's not that big of a deal. What I'll do while I'm down here, I'll grab a kit. Let's grab one of you, and one of you, and then augment. Let's grab a couple of, grab one more of you. Shouldn't take long for you to make up. And the kit. Yeah, both our kits are done. So that way we can actually get this thing rolling pretty quickly. Let's see. Our water source is right here. We might... Yeah, I might be able to import... Ooh, this wire is going to get in the way. How are we going to do this effectively? Because not only do I need to import items... Well, no, I don't really need to import items at all. This is just making... Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is we need to get an exporter. Export. We've got a couple of them. We may not even put it over here, but we may even put it over here, like over here somewhere. We should have the ability... We have a crafter somewhere right there. Yeah, there it is. So what we'll do is we'll break into this wall just a little bit. And we'll set this bad boy up like so. Get in here. And we will put that exporter. Let's set this up to where nothing on the back will be input. And then out the top would be the export. I may need to put a... No. There's one right there. I need to find a way to access... this guy. Maybe I need to flip-flop these two machines. Yeah, let's do that. Let's flip-flop those machines. Let's grab our Yeta wrench, I think this is. Yeah, there we go. And then I don't know if the Yeta wrench doesn't work on that, but the crescent hammer, on the other hand, does. pick this bad boy up. Pick that up. So let's put this guy here with the fluid tank on top and the glacial precipitator there. Let's get inside here. And we'll be exporter of fluids. And we just need a bucket of water. Can I get out of here, please? Thank you. So what we'll do is get water. Craft me a bucket, please, sir. And because we have fluid, if I get underneath the floor right over here, we have fluid storage. And the game just crashed. Okay, no. Well, we actually have water. If I had a fluid monitor, you could see that I have fluids in the system. So we'll put this there for water, and we should be filling up. Yeah. We could potentially speed this thing up. How fast are you? Yeah, you're going. Okay. Let's put the hardened upgrade on there, and the hardened, and what is the other kit? I keep forgetting. Reinforced, hardened and reinforced. So this guy should be running a lot faster, and then we can do that. I don't know if there's any augments specific to the glacial precipitator. So glacial, let's see, at thermal, maybe not, maybe not. So augments. There may not be one for the glacial precipitator, but it's better to look. Sawmill, smeltery. Yeah. If there is one, I'll find it. Right now, I don't think there is. So what we'll do is we'll have it output the top. And then we'll have... What can we use? We can use conduits. That should be good. And then we can just say nope. And then you on insert. Is that going to work? I may just put another interface on the top of this bad boy. Doesn't look like it's wanting to output. Oh, always active. Alright, so if we clean this out, it can keep up as long as it's working there. Yeah, you should all be connected. All of that should go into the system. Alright, so then we can fill this hole back in. Like so. And it was like we're never there at all. Alright, so there's the snowballs. And wow, it's making it quick. I may need to make some speed upgrades for those. So let's see if we can't teach the system. It may already know the speed upgrades. Yes, you do. You already know how to make these speed upgrades. Can I just... I'm going to be using Ender.io for a majority of this, so can you just make me a stack? How hard is that to make a stack? Really? Not going to be hard at all, right? Yeah, you know how to make everything. Because we've got almost the infinite resources to this point. It should be good. Should be good. So, go back and get some speed upgrades. There's 15. Exactly how many we need. Speed that bad boy up. We can put those in there, and it should just suck them right up. Yep. This thing's pretty quick, but when it releases, yeah, it'll get back stuff, which is okay. Which is okay. You know what? Now that I'm actually thinking about that, give me that. Probably need to make its own interface. Because it's going to... That thing's going to fill that up so fast. And it can only... The interface can only input to the system so fast as well. And I don't want it... Because we do have auto-crafting done in this slice and splice right here. I don't want to have to wait like a bajillion years for that to happen. So we'll just do that. So that way you can just export into here. No problem. No problem. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, we're going to need some blizz powder. Yeah, we're going to have to teach the system how to make blizz powder. So, a pulverizer of blizz rods. Blizz rods can come from chickens. The blizz rod chicken compactor of Blizz powder, which we're going to need ultimately the powder anyway. So Blizz Rod chicken comes from Blizz Rod and Snowball chicken. Blizz Rod comes Basalt Rod and Sulfur. So should we go as far as doing that, or should we just find another recipe? So we could take snowballs and a Fluix transposer with liquid XP to make Blizz powder. That might be the way to go. Or cryothium dust. Yeah, see, we're trying to get to cryothium dust. We're not trying to get away from it. So yeah, we're probably going to have to go with the fluid transposer with liquid XP and make Blizz powder that way. So that shouldn't be too bad. Fluid transposer is pretty simple, I guess. Fluid transposer, this guy right here. Let's make this. And we need one of these, which we need a gear. Probably should put these machine frames on Autocraft now that we have the ability to do so. All right, there we go. Fluid transposer. We'll get some upgrade kits. Make it faster. So there and there. And then manipulates fluids, containers. Yes. So we'll get some augments to make this thing a little bit faster. Augments are really quick. Really quick. The kits do take a little time. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You're waiting on bronze. Waiting on bronze. So you're making steel right now. And you are fast as you can be. So let's find a home for this fluid transposer. This may have to be a manual craft. So may put it upstairs, or I could just dot it around here somewhere. I don't really need access to any of this, so put that bad boy there. And let's see, we've got our augments, but we don't have the kits to put said augments in. So is any of the kits done? No. So let's see, what do we need to get liquid XP into here? To get liquid XP, we're going to need a tank. Let's get ourselves a tank. Ender IO tank. This bad boy here. We can come over here. We should be able to put that there and say, Mister, can you export to that? Push, please. And it's just going to fill up. Because we have well, technically infinite experience. We can fill this guy over here. Yeah, we didn't even bust a level, man. And once it's full, it is full. Grab it. We'll just leave it on export mode, because this may be one of those things where I could even, oh, that might be an idea. I could even put, whoops. I may can put like a liquid, have the system holding liquid XP and just export liquid XP into the system. That might actually might be an idea. I could technically move these guys here to upstairs, but I don't know. I just like having it there, I guess. So we'll not have any outputs. It's got experience. We'll put this guy on top. We'll input from there. Now all we need is snowballs. Just grab a stack from here. Go, my friend. Did that work? Right? Machine mode. No. Oh, there we go. It's just really slow. It's really slow. Do we have our kits yet? No, we don't. Alright, let's put our gadget away. Next to other gadget. By the way, one thing that I've been... I probably didn't show on camera is the fact that I built myself a destruction gadget. So that way I can make, clear out rooms a lot faster. So basically what I do with that is I'll dig in the 3 that I need. And then I'll shift right click. Depth 7, up 2. Left 3, right 3, down 1. And then I just right click, whoop, and it makes my 7x7 interiors. That way I don't really have to dig it all out by hand. How nifty is that? How nifty is that? So I don't know if I showed this on camera, but I did make one of these guys. And to make it, it just needs some lapis, some iron, some ender pearls, and some redstone. Really, really simple. Really, really simple. And it makes rooms quickly, especially if you're doing 9x9s, or you could go as high as 16x16x16. So that's as big as the tool will let you. So if you're needing that, then awesome. Oh, cool. So now we got blizz powder. So I don't know. I will set this guy to push, so this stays full. So I don't know how much it uses at once. This is really, really slow. We're still waiting. What are you waiting on, my friend? You know what? Cancel that. And you're processing that. Cancel that. And it needs to make Ingvar and Electrum. I mean, the first thing that I may do, because we're using a lot of alloys, this may be the first machine to get the upgrade, because this thing is really, really slow otherwise. So we should have the things now. And we can put this away. Put all of this away. Don't think we need this anymore. We've got our water bucket there. Should be good. Man, I tell you, this bag, if I haven't already said it, that bag is a lifesaver. It carries a lot of stuff. Alright, so now that we've got these upgrades, we should be able just to boom, 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 boom. It should be a lot quicker. Once it gets up to power, it should be tons quicker. Oh yeah. So it uses 100 millibuckets of liquid XP to make blizz powder. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I may set this up. Well, I can't do it right there. I may put it over here then, with a crafter to make blizz powder. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take these out. Let this finish. I don't know if it's going to retain its liquid, so I may need to pull it out. I don't want to waste experience. So, mister, can you pull this out, please? Pull all that out for me. But we now have blizz powder, so we actually can technically make pyrotheum now. So, with those crafters, one of those crafters that we did take up from earlier, can actually use this with our little crafting port over here. We can put this here. I don't want you to connect. Are you done? Yeah. Grab this. We need a crescent hammer that I just so happened to put away. Alright, so grab this guy. And put him here with liquid XP on top. Yeah, that may be something I do. I may have the system store liquid XP, so that way we can actually have a decent amount of XP going into this machine. How can I do this? Aha! Doesn't necessarily have to be on top, but it can be above it. And what we can do now is grab some fluid conduits from Ender.io. I love Ender.io. Speaking of. We can have this guy to extract, always active. This guy will be on insert. And you will be set to push. There we go. And so now what I can do is set this guy up to... Yeah. So it's taking in the... Actually, it would be on the back. Alright, so that will be out the back. So the see that's the problem though. I need the items to come in the back. And what if I set this to none? What would happen if I set that to none? And then have this just outputting to the back. Or input to the back. Like that. That work? Actually, I want the output be out the top. Let's just make that blue. Hopefully the XP will still flow into this machine. I don't know. So let's the last thing we do for this episode, because I know it's kind of running a little bit long. So we'll say snowball. We'll process it. 1 snowball into the 1 blizz powder. Come down here. Put this in here. And then we can test this. So, blizz. We craft, let's say 10. So it takes 2 snowballs to make 1 blizz, right? Yes. Okay. So I need to adjust this recipe. Need to adjust that recipe. So let's put this in here. Whoops. So let's add this by 1. No, you don't make 9. You make 1. Oh gosh. So 2 snowballs make 1. Then we can actually just put it into the fluid transposer like so. We probably need to cancel that. So now, just to test, and we can clear this one. Put that back up. So just now as a test, Liz, can you make me 64, sir? I think we have enough experience down there. And then what I could do is then I could reroute this cabling here. Oh yeah. I need to also set up the output. Whoop. I can put this guy here. And then this will be, yeah, extract always active. And it should go into here. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, I think one thing that I will do is have this set up some way where I can actually get liquid. I probably go around here and have it dumped into this, have like liquid XP in the system. So we'll probably work on that next episode to start off with. So, but anyway, thank everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do remember to give it a big thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or any tips, tricks, or anything that you would like me to build or do, or anything in this game in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, thank you again so much for watching. Until next time. See you later.